Hello everyone, this is Rocky and thank you so much for joining my channel. Today is my favorite day and that's why I am smiling so big because it's Fable Friday. That's my favorite day of the week. This is where I get to tell you my stories, close the loop on things that we've started before, and tell you my real opinion of some of the things I've shown you or some of the things that I plan to show you. So let's get right into it. So the very first thing I want to mention is that, okay, so I am filming. Normally, this very rarely happens that I'm filming on the day that I'm going live with the video. So today is Friday, July 9th, and today is the second Friday of the month, and I have the day off. So that's probably the only reason why I'm able to film today and post today is because I have the day off. So second Fridays are going really well. I am taking full advantage of enjoying just doing nothing really. Yesterday, my girlfriend came and dragged me out of the house, like literally dragged me out of the house. And we went out for lunch. The first place we went to was closed. It was supposed to be a Senegalese restaurant and it happened to be closed. Everything happens for a reason, so we ended up finding ourselves at this restaurant called, I Can't Believe It's Not Meat, and it's located in Hyde Park in Chicago on 53rd Street. So people like Tabitha Brown, and I've mentioned Tabitha Brown before on this channel, but she's you know, very famous on social media scene. She's an actress, and she's vegetarian or vegan actually, and she's been to this restaurant when she comes to Chicago. So I really wanted to go. It's been here for almost, I want to say 2 years now or so, and it's literally walking distance from my house, and I've never stopped in. And so we went in and it was delicious. First of all, everyone is super sweet in the restaurant. We dined outside because you can't dine inside. We dined outside and the food was delicious. Like so I know you won't be able to take my word for this. You really can't tell it's not meat. And the reason why you won't take my word for it is because I'm vegetarian. I've been vegetarian since 2006 and I may have forgotten what meat tastes like, but in my head, you can't tell it's not meat. It's so good. So from there, she dragged me yet again to a party on the pier. It's the 31st Street Pier here in Chicago, right? It's on the south side, actually on the beach. There's a pier where several nights of the week there's music, live DJs, live bands, food and everything on the beach, and they have like a decking area so that you can dance. So this particular night, every Thursday night in the summers, there's Chicago house music, and you guys, I've talked to you about this before. I absolutely love it. The weather though, as you can see, I'm in a sweatshirt today. The weather in Chicago is acting all the way up, acting a total whole entire fool. We are in the 60s in July, and so it was kind of cool. It was kind of drizzly, so we didn't know like what the crowd was going to be like. When we first got there, there really wasn't anybody there, but then it did start to pick up. The one thing that, you know, a lot of people take for granted on the south side is just how fortunate we are to have this lakefront property that's not private, and you can see the lake, you can see the views. It's just so gorgeous. Whether you come, you know, during the day, you see all the boats and all of that, and even if you go at night, it's just gorgeous. And at least me, I live right here. I'm steps away from the beach, and I do take it for granted a lot. It's so gorgeous. I'm glad I went out. Ended up being an amazing night. So she and I were together from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 1 o'clock in the morning the next day, because even though the party at the pier was over at 11, she kidnapped me, legit kidnapped me, because she was my ride. And we went to another place that was, you know, across the city, and then I ended up getting home about 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm actually really glad that I did go out. It was a good time. Only way I would have been able to do this on a Thursday night is being off today on Friday. So I guess there's a good purpose for the Fridays, to be able to go out and hang out, do some cool things on a weeknight, so less people to have to deal with, but then also get to be able to sleep in on the next day. I didn't fully put my feet on the ground. I didn't fully get up until 9:30 this morning, so it was great. So shifting from summer of yes, I want to give you an update on my plants. This seems to be an ever lasting discussion journey that I'm always sharing with you. So most of my plants are doing well. The ones that we've talked about before, so I'm pointing because 2 of them are in this room. My ZZ plant is doing great. It's doing so well that it's even sprouting new sprigs, right? It's thriving and growing and getting bigger. So I'm really happy with how I've been taking care of my ZZ. It gets sun. So as you can see in the room that I'm in, it's very sunny. It gets its sun. I'm not over watering it because it's one of those plants that doesn't need to get a lot of water. I think I'm doing right by my ZZ because it is thriving and it's not okay. Then the other plant is my snake plant. That one is thriving too. I'm not getting new buds, but the stems or the leaves that I do have now are getting much bigger than when I first got it. And it looks healthy. It's strong, it's healthy, it's doing well. So I'm looking this way because it's over here. Then we have my Christmas cactus, which when I first got it, it was plentiful. It had flowers on it because it got it around Christmas. It was in winter. And then it started to do poorly. I had no flowers. The leaves, there were less leaves. They were dying. So then I figured out that I was underwatering it. So since I've been watering it properly, they stand up really well. It's fuller. It's nicer. It's like growing and propagating. It's great. So that's where the good news ends. Well, no, I got one more piece of good news. So good and bad. So the other succulent that I had from Trader Joe's that used to have those beautiful orange flowers on it, I decided to move it to a pot outside. So I had 2 of those. One of them has completely died, gone. I have no idea what happened to it. I think an animal ate it because it's like legit gone. I don't even see the carcass. The other one, on the other hand, while the flowers have gone, the leaves are doing well. The succulent looking juicy leaves are still thriving, and they're sprouting more new leaves on it, which I think is going to bud into flowers soon. So I am watching that one really closely, but I'm glad I moved it outside because it wasn't doing well inside. I'm pretty certain that I'm just going to lose it forever once winter hits. I don't think, you guys let me know. I don't know much about plants, but are succulents plants that grow, what are they? Perennials? Are they perennials? And I don't even know if I just used the right word or not. Do they come back every year? So let me know in the comments down below if succulents come back every year. But I'm fully expecting to lose that one for good once winter hits. Our winters are pretty brutal, but we'll see what happens. The last plant, I need to take a sip for this one, is my curly jade. I have 2 little sprigs that are holding on for dear life. One of them is sagging, so I'm pretty sure that one's eventually going to die. But one of them is like, boing. One last sprig out of all the sprigs, it was probably in total maybe 12, and they've all died and fallen apart and whatever since then, but I have 2 left, and one of them is like ding, and it has a little bit of budding going on at the top. So I feel like if that one survives, I can, you know, hopefully it'll do a few more and it'll revive as a full plant in that pot soon. That one ain't doing well at all, but that's the one, that's the only one, and of course the ones that have died and gone, you know, rest in peace to those. So that's my story for the plants. Hopefully I didn't bore you and tell you too much about the plants, but that's that. So the next update, which brings me to why I have my drink with me today. If you remember, I did that long vlog where I took you around Chicago for me to shop, get out and walk, sightsee, all the things. I stumbled upon a tea brand called Boomi Chai, and I picked up a bag of their masala chai, and it is delicious. It is so good. It's so good that I actually ordered a whole bunch of the products for a friend of mine who I know would really enjoy it. So I sent that to her. But oh my goodness, when I say this is delicious, so good. So I'm just happy that I stumbled upon it and found a new chai that I can just obsess about. But Boomi, B-H-O-O-M-I, chai. It's so good. Last update is on the bag that my friend got me for my birthday from Mark & Graham, which is owned by Williams & Sonoma. It was a leather sort of messenger bag. I just made that up. It's not a messenger bag, but it's a bag, a tote, a leather tote. And I decided that I wanted to get it monogrammed, so I reached out to Mark & Graham and asked how do I do that after the fact, and they said you can't. So I had to go through the whole process of returning it to them. They're going to give me a credit, and then I have to reorder it with the monogram on it. So I'm patient. I'm not in a rush to have the bag. I didn't have like a pointed event to have the bag for, so I can totally wait. So it's going to be, I think in total, maybe a whole, like a 6-week process to do this. And that's totally fine, but I've already shipped it back. So we are about 1 week down. We had about 5 more weeks. So once it's all said and done, I will share with you the finished product and how that looks. I'm super excited to have this bag. Again, I'm going to be plush and fancy and posh all on Michigan Avenue with my, new shopping bag. So I will definitely share that update with you. So last, I'm just going to remind you that you should tune in on Sunday. I'm going to be doing a video on a sneak peek, your very first sneak peek on the Nordstrom anniversary sale. What you should be looking at, what you shouldn't be looking at the pickings, what do they have, is it super exciting this year? So definitely tune in on Sunday so I can get you up to date on the Nordstrom anniversary sale and what I plan to get and what I think you should be looking at for this year. So that brings us to the end. As usual, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for watching my channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button right there. Yep. Hit that red subscribe button right there. Hit the like button. Share it with your friends. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Bye.